Hello gamers and welcome to another exciting edition of Game Warp. I'm Elwood.
I'm Kim.
And this is our first look at the demo for Transference. Transference is a rather unique game. I mean, this was first announced at Ubisoft's conference at this year's E3. It's a collaboration between Ubisoft and Elijah Wood's movie production house Spectre Vision. And the game itself is possible to play as both a VR game or a standard definition game, I guess. I'm not sure what the opposite of VR is.
Let's call it normal.
Yeah, normal sort of game. As you basically are given the ability to go into the consciousness of different people through the use of a simulation, with the obvious hope that it will allow these people to live forever. Of course, things don't go smoothly, and while in the simulation you have to deal with data corruption and confused memories to try and get to the bottom of the issues that this particular person's happening. Now, the demo that has been released is a little short, to say the least, as it's only 10 minutes. So it kind of times this podcast as well. But basically, you go inside the mind of someone who is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder and basically get to wander around their house and try and get to the bottom of their issues, or so you hope anyway. But I mean, Kim, obviously, what was your thoughts on Transference? Because this was obviously a title we came away from E3 very excited about, and now we obviously get our first chance to have a play around with the game.
I don't know. I mean, for like a 10-minute demo, my expectations for let's start with expectations, right? Transference felt like a game that would be something like what Quantic Dream would do in a certain way, where there would be like a lot of possibilities and things that you found would have made different endings, and that would be kind of a very authentic way to approach kind of like how you'd wander in someone's mind in a certain way. In a certain way, like this actually works for what it is, I guess, in the demo, because it's kind of like you look around the house and then you find clues and you kind of see what's this, and then you take a photo and you put things back in place, and it's a very normal kind of horror game sort of standard, just with like kind of riper visuals, and like it looks kind of cool, and you get some whimsical things as like you get closer to the truth, so things warp out of place and you have to do little like, I don't know, random puzzles or something like that, and you go hunting down whatever. I'm not sure how it would play as a full game. The demo, like a 10-minute quick run, was okay. It had its like moments where it was kind of like a little unnerving, and you can see like if it went deeper than the 10 minutes, it could have been a little bit more, I guess. It could have been effective, but I don't know how it would play as kind of like a full game. I think that's where I'm at right now. Like, I don't know how they're going to approach the full game. Would it be like in different cases, or would it be like a flowing storyline where you'd go into different people's minds to kind of see, like, piece together like the story of what happened to this person and how to go through all this? Or is it kind of like, I don't know. I just felt this one was, it felt a lot more linear than what I expected it would be.
I mean, this is the first person adventure puzzle style game. The whole concept is very similar to The Cell, the Jennifer Lopez movie, where she goes inside the mind of the serial killer. And here is basically much the same. And I think this is one of those rare occasions where I feel the game actually benefits from VR tech. And that's largely because it is also in first person, and you do have this very immersive sense of being in the game. You can look around your environment. There's plenty of things to look and see. The main issue I did obviously have with the game is the fact that, first of all, you get no instructions on what you're supposed to be doing. You're just basically thrown into this game and you're left to sort of figure it out yourself. And second is that if there's a run button, I couldn't find it. So I was basically plodding around and being subjected to these creepy sounds, especially as the guy rambling in the basement.
Yeah, like, I get it. I get why there's no run button, because you're trying to kind of like, just kind of like look at your atmosphere and see all the little things that kind of you can pick up and look at and kind of piece together and kind of see the story that's in front of you. So it kind of takes the approach of kind of like games like Gone Home and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It plays on your patience. It kind of plays on your emotions a little once you kind of connect and you kind of feel more in the home of this character. So I don't really have a problem with that, I think. You are right. I think that VR would definitely benefit from it, and I think that that's the way it was intended to be played. Mostly because, like, you really can see, even at the beginning, the guy is telling you, like, there's a guy that tells you, like, the background of this program and stuff, and thanking us for our participation or something like that. And then he says to put on your headset. Which is kind of like, if you're not playing VR, well, you have no headset to put on, you're just kind of playing with your controller, where this would really benefit in, like, you would be able to reach out and pick up whatever's on the table and inspect it and turn it around, and it'd be very interesting to see how that would come together. Like, this is really an exploration game. It's looking at the pieces and putting them together, and then seeing what happened, like, what was the end game that happened that caused all this.
Yeah, definitely so. And I feel that Elijah Wood is, I mean, he's from real horror stock. I mean, since obviously doing Lord of the Rings, he's just been mainly concentrating on horror projects, and he's done some serious horror since leaving. I mean, he did things like Grand Piano, he did the remake of Maniac, and it's shown that he's really someone who has got an interest in horror productions, and certainly this game really reflects this, because it is very much all about the atmosphere and going into those dark places of the human psyche, which is what makes it such an interesting title. At the same time, is there going to be enough there to hold my interest? I mean, will the leaps into other people's minds be a bit more in depth? This is what I want to obviously see, and which is hard to obviously tell from this demo. But at the moment, I'd say I'm currently curious.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think I'm at the same spot. Like, I'm curious to see how the full game is going to play out, how the lengths of the depth of each of the episodes are going to be, and probably, like, more and more in depth it goes, or maybe more serious cases that really kind of traumatize you a little. Because, you know, that's part of the horror of kind of, like, diving into someone's psyche and stuff, right? Like, the darker sides of your mind. It was kind of like what it was advertised to be, and it'd be a little sad if they fell short from that. So this is one of those games you really don't want to play it too safe, which I hope that they will deliver. Hopefully we'll be able to see we'll be able to check out the game eventually one day. I don't think we'll be picking it up right away.
Unless they want to send it to us.
Yeah, of course. Check it out right away.
Yeah. Straight to the top of the pile then, if they want to send it to us. So.
Yep, got that right. That's pretty much it for our impressions of Transference, the Walter test case. You can actually check that on PlayStation 4 if you want to. It's available for free right now if you want to dive into that before you want to pick up the game or something to get an idea of what you're getting into. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, share, and subscribe. Head over to thatmomentin.com to read our gaming reviews. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter to see gaming news and up-to-date trailers that we post over there. You can follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/GameWarpPodcast, where you can see our gaming obsessions. And of course, when we do stream, you don't want to miss us, so you should follow us over at Twitch, twitch.tv/GameWarpPodcast. Till next time, bye!